Hello everyone, this is Jennifer. So in this video we're going to do with the problems of overhead costing. So before starting out with the problems, let me tell you all the difference between allocation and apportionment. So allocation is nothing but charging the full amount of overhead cost to a cost center. So the entire transaction cost is related to one particular department, hence you can allocate the entire cost to that particular department for which it is identified. Whereas apportionment, the entire transaction amount cannot be allocated to one single department, hence because the transaction cost will be involved because of various departments. Example, rent of a factory building cannot be allocated to one single department but can be apportioned to various departments who utilizes the factory building. So apportionment is entire transaction amount will be apportioned to different departments, so based on the different proportions or ratios. So now starting up with distribution. So overhead costing is always distributed to different departments or apportioned. So distribution is basically of two categories. One is a primary distribution, which basically is a normal apportionment of the overhead on different basis, and the secondary distribution is nothing but reapportionment of the overhead expenses. So now, this is the chart basically showing how different items of overheads will be apportioned on different basis. So these are the various overhead costs. These costs will be apportioned based on these items. So for example, rent and other building expenses will be apportioned based on floor area or volume of department ratio. So these are the ratios which we will consider in order to apportion the expenses of overheads. So rent and other building expenses will be apportioned on floor area, lighting and heating, floor area, fire precaution services, floor area, air conditioning, floor area. So when it comes to fringe benefits, labor welfare expenses, timekeeping, personal offices, supervision, basically all these expenses are relating to the employees. So this will be apportioned based on the ratio of number of workers. Then we have compensation to workers, holiday pay, ESI and PF contribution, and the fringe benefits. So these will not be apportioned based on the number of workers in the organization, but it depends on the direct wages paid to the employees. So your holiday pay, your PF, ESI and compensation, and there are certain fringe benefits that also will be apportioned based on direct wages ratio. Then your general overhead will be based on your direct labor hours, direct wages or machine hours, whichever is given in the question. Then depreciation of plant and machinery, repairs and maintenance of plant and machinery, insurance of stock will be based on capital values of or the value of the asset. Then we have the power or steam consumption, internal transport, managerial salaries, which is based on the technical estimates. Then we have the lighting expenses. Lighting expenses will be based on number of light points or area, whichever is given in the question. Most preferably it will be number of light points. Electric power will be apportioned based on the kWh, which is your kilowatt hour, or it can be house power of machine or the number of machine of hours or the value of the machines. Then you have the material handling and the stores overhead. So this expenses will be apportioned based on the ratio of weight of materials or volume of materials or value of materials. So now let us move on to the questions. So our first question, the following information is supplied from the costing records of the company. So they have given all the expenses. We have the rent, maintenance, depreciation, lighting, insurance, employees contribution to PF, energy and supervision. So in the question they have given, we have four departments A, B, C and D. So if we see stock of goods for the department D, it is not given. So the basis that they have given in the question is floor space, number of workers, total direct wages, cost of machinery and stock of goods. So if you have the basis given for the departments, first what we are supposed to do is find out the ratios. So if you see, I have found out the ratios of all this. So for the floor space, for department A it is 150, 110, 90 and 50. So your ratio will be 15 is to 11 is to 9 is to 5. So your denominator is 40. So your expenses will be divided based on 15 is to 11 is to 9 is to 5 for all the four departments. Your number of workers, the ratio is 24 is to 16 is to 12 is to 8. So 24 is to 16 is to 12 is to 8, which can be reduced to the value of 12 is to 8 is to 6 is to 4, and that can reduce to the value of 6 is to 4 is to 3 is to 2. So your 2 will be your base. Depending on that you can reduce it. So your ratio is 6 is to 4 is to 3 is to 2. So your denominator value, which is a total of the 6 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2, which is 15. So your ratio is this. Now your total wages, your ratio of total wages is 8 is to 6 is to 4 is to 2. So that can be reduced to 4 is to 3 is to 2 is to 1. So your denominator will be 10. And cost of machinery is 24 is to 18 is to 12 is to 6. So 24 is to 18 is to 12 is to 6, which can be reduced to 4 is to 3 is to 2 is to 1. So if you add up your denominator in order to find out the values will be 10. And your stock of goods is 15 is to 9 is to 6. So 15 is to 9 is to 6. So your denominator will be 30. So the first step that one can do is find out the ratios for your basis. So now what we are supposed to do is, they have given all the expenses. We are supposed to divide these expenses based on the ratios to different departments. And what is the method that we are following is the primary distribution, apportionment of cost to various departments. So we will follow the primary overhead distribution, which is our first method. So rent, if you see, rent is an expense which can be apportioned based on which of these. So as you all see, I have done the chart, right? So rent comes under which? Floor area. So your floor area, we have floor spaces 15 is to 11 is to 9 is to 5. So on the basis of floor space, the 2000 rupees can be apportioned. So your maintenance will be apportioned based on cost of machinery. Your depreciation will be based on, can it be based on floor space? No. Can it be based on number of workers? No. Total direct wages? No. So cost of machinery, depreciation is relating to the machinery. So it can be based on the cost of machinery. So like that, each expenses you should apportion based on the basis that they have given in the question, whichever suits that particular expense. So lighting can always be based on your number of light points. So in the question, if you see, we don't have the number of light points given the basis. So that can be apportioned based on floor space. Insurance can be apportioned based on stock of goods. Employees contribution to fund, that will be apportioned based on direct wages which they have given. Energy can be based on cost of machinery, how much of machinery is used. So energy can be based on cost of machinery. And supervision can be based on number of workers. So that is how you will apportion and you will calculate your answer. So now if you look into your solution part, overhead distribution summary, which is on your primary distribution basis. So we have basically, first column will be your expenses which you are supposed to apportion. Your second column will be your basis of apportionment. So on what basis, on what ratio are we going to apportion the expenses? Your third column will be your total amount of the expense. So your rent was 2000, so total amount of the expense. And your fourth column will be your different departments that is given in your question. So first we'll write up all the expenses which is given in your question. So write up all the expenses, and write down their amounts. Okay, so after that, the basis for the expenses. So your rent will be a portion based on floor space. So your 2000 rupees, this is your total rent. So this 2000 will be apportioned to the department A, B, C and D in the basis of the floor space, where the ratio is 15:11:9:5. So 2000 into 15 divided by, what is your total? 40. So 15 divided by 40 is 750. 2000 into 11 divided by 40 is 550. 2000 into 9 divided by 40 is 450. 2000 into 5 divided by 40 is 250. So like that you will apportion the expenses based on the ratio of the basis. Then your maintenance cost of machinery ratio. So what is your cost of machinery ratio? 4:3:2:1. So this 1200, when you apportion, we get it as 480, 360, 240 and 120. Your depreciation also is based on cost of machinery. So 900 into 4:3:2:1. So 360, 270, 180 and 90. Lightning based on floor space. So 200 will be a portion based on floor space. So floor space ratio is 15:11:9:5. So which is 75:55:45:25. Your amounts. So insurance based on stock of goods. Your stock of goods ratio is 15:9:6. So basically, if you see, the last department doesn't have a ratio or doesn't have a proportion. So this 1000 will be divided for department A, B and C in the ratio 15:9:6. 500, 300 and 200. So your employees' contribution to Provident Fund based on direct wages. So your 300 will be a portion based on direct wages. Your direct wages ratio is 4:3:2:1. So 120, 90, 60 and 30. Energy was a portion based on cost of machinery ratio. Your cost of machinery ratio is 4:3:2:1. So 720, 540, 360 and 180. Then you have your supervision. Supervision will be a portion based on number of workers. So number of workers ratio is 6:4:3:2. So 1200, 800, 600 and 400. So moving on to your next question. Cadila Company Limited has 3 production department A, B and C and has 2 service departments D and E. The following figures are extracted from the records of the company. So you have your rent and rates. So rent and rates will be apportioned. So rent and rates are, so these are your overhead expenses. These will be apportioned based on this. So rent and rates will be apportioned based on floor space. Your indirect wages will be apportioned based on, so what are your bases? So you have your 5 bases. So indirect wages will be apportioned based on direct wages. And we have the department of machinery, so which will be apportioned based on value of machinery, so which is related to machinery. So your general lightning, so now we have in this questioning the light points given. So general lightning can be apportioned based on light points. Power can be apportioned based on HP of machines, which is the power used by the machines. Sundries can be apportioned based on direct wages. So now let us start. So now we have our apportion the cost to various department on the most equitable basis. So we will be following up the primary departmental distribution table. So now the same way, however we did the previous sum, the same way you can do. So now if you see, if we have direct wages, direct materials and direct expenses given in the question, at that time what you will basically be doing is, you will start the question with the direct expenses. Considering it as indirect expenses, you will apportion the direct expenses only to the service department. So if you see here, they have given the service department and production department. So you have your first three departments, which is A, B and C are the production department, and D and E are so service departments and D and E. So if you see, your direct wages for the service department is 1500 and 500. So you will apportion the direct wages, which is your direct expenses, considering it as indirect expenses, only apportion it to service department. So respectively take the amounts only to service department. So you will always start with the direct expenses. So if you have materials, expenses or wages given, you will start with that. So direct wages given in the question. So basis of apportionment is actual basis. So your total is 2000. How did we get this 2000? How did we get this 2000 is, so your direct wages tells, right, D, service department D is 1500 and E is 500. So the total of it is 2000. So 1500 and 500, which you will apportion only to the service departments. So next we'll start out with each overheads. So your rent and rates will be apportioned based on floor space, which is given in your question. So your rent and rates amount is 5000. So 5000 will be apportioned based on the proportion of floor space. Your floor space proportion is 10:2:2. Find out the ratio. So floor space ratio is 20. So if you see, if you cancel all the zeros, if you cancel in each amount the last two zeros, so your base will be 5, which is your lowest number. So based on that, you can convert this into ratio. So your ratio will be 20:4:5:6:4:1. So 5 ones are 5, 5 fours are 20, 5 6 are 30, 5 5s are 25, 5 4s are 20 and 5 20s are 100. So like that you can bring down this amounts into ratio, keeping 5 as your base. So your light points ratio will be 12:2:2:3:4:2:1, and your direct wages ratio will be 20:6:4:3, 6:3:1, and your HP of machines, the ratio will be 15:6:3:5:1. So only you can cancel out the zeros, you cannot reduce it anymore because you have your least base as 1. And your next item, which is your value of machinery, your ratio will be 50:12:16:16 20 is to 1 is to 1. So your ratio, like that, you can reduce everything to the ratio. So if you start up with the answer, your answer will be rent and rates, floor space. So on the basis of floor space, your 5,000 is divided to department A, B, C, D and E into the ratio of 1,000, 1,250, 1,500, 1,250. So your general lighting based on light points ratio. So your 600 is your total amount, which is divided into 5 departments as 100, 150, 200, 150. Your indirect wages will be reduced based on direct wages ratio. The amount is 1,500, which is reduced as 450, 300, 450, 225 and 75. Your power that can be reduced based on the ratio or portion based on the ratio of HP of machines, which is 1,500 is your total. So which is apportioned as 600, 300, 500, 100 and dash. So why the last amount is dash? Because if you see the HP of machines, we are reducing based on HP of machine, and HP of machine doesn't have a ratio apportioned to the department E. Hence your department E will not be apportioned any amounts. So department of, so we have the machinery, depreciation of machinery, so which is apportioned based on value of machine. So 10,000 is apportioned as 2,400, 3,200, 4,200 and 200. Next is your sundries, which is apportioned based on direct wages. Your total amount is 10,000, which is apportioned as 3,000, 2,000, 3,000, 1,500 and 500. So your total departmental overheads just total up all the expenses of each department. Moving on to your next method. As I've told you all earlier, distribution is based on primary distribution and secondary distribution. The first two sum we did it on primary distribution. So now let us look on to the secondary distribution methods. So the apportionment of service department cost on the basis of secondary distribution. So on the basis of secondary distribution, apportionment to production department only is divided into apportionment to production department only or apportionment to production as well as other service department. So when you are apportioning it to production as well as other service department, basically we have two methods that we follow. One is the non-reciprocal basis and the other one is the reciprocal basis. So under reciprocal basis, again we have two methods, which is simultaneous equation method and repeated distribution method. So we will work out problems on each method. So moving on to the apportionment to production department only. So why basically we do secondary distribution is, so the secondary distribution is done in order to charge the overhead to cost units, and so no overheads or the no cost units should be passed through service department. So your service department cost will later on be apportioned to your production department. That's why we are reapportioning the overhead cost of the service department to the production department, which is known as secondary distribution or reapportionment. So if you see the apportionment to production department only, so your service department and your basis of apportionment. So you have a purchase department. So your purchase department is apportioned based on value of material purchased and number of orders placed. Your time office personnel department will be apportioned based on number of employees, wages paid and labor hours. Your canteen labor welfare, is the basis is number of employees and the wages paid. Your accounts office, the basis is number of employees, number of time cards handled. Your laboratory, the basis is testing laboratory hours, units of hours, and your maintenance department is number of hours worked in each department. Moving on to your next question. The following data were obtained from the books of Glaxo Company for the half year ended 30th September 2004. Prepare an overhead distribution summary. So if you see, they have given direct wages, direct materials, and they are telling us the various overhead expenses which is given down here for the 6 months, and these are your basis on which you're going to apportion these expenses. So let us see our expenses. So now you're supposed to find out the ratio for all these bases. Okay, so depending on this ratio only we'll apportion the expenses. So we have our expenses, which is stores overheads. So stores overheads will be apportioned based on materials consumed. So if you see in your question, we have our materials consumed or your direct materials. So based on that you will apportion it. So like that, each of the expenses we will apportion it. So while we are looking into the sum, we will look into that. Apportion the expenses of department X in the ratio of 4:3:3 and that of department Y in proportion to direct wages. I will tell you how to deal with this in the sum. So now we will start out with the solution part of it. Always, I have told you, all right, always you should start from your direct expenses. If they are given in the question direct material, direct wages and direct expenses, you will apportion only to the service department, considering it as indirect. So if we in the question, if you see, we have direct wages and direct materials given. So what is your service department apportioning? 1000 and 1000. So your direct wages based on direct as given. So 1000, the total is 2000. Direct materials, your service department 1500 and 1000, 1500, 1000, it is 2500. Now let us move on to each of the expenses. So your next overhead expenses are stores overhead. So your stores overhead is apportioned based on materials consumed. If you see in the question, we have a direct material, so based on that it is apportioned. So your stores overhead amount is 400. This 400 is apportioned based on the ratio of material consumed. So you get your amount 120, 100, 80, 60 and 40. Your motive power, if you see, we have motive power, we are apportioning based on electricity, which is kilowatt hour. So your ratio is 8:6:6:2:3. So based on that, your total amount of motive power is 1500, which is apportioned based on that ratio of kilowatt hour, which is your electricity, which is 480, 360, 360, 120 and 180. Next you have your lightning, which again is apportioned based on light points, which is given in a question. So your ratio is 2:3:3:1:1. So if you apportion 200 rupees based on that ratio, you'll get the amount to be 40, 60, 60, 20 and 20. So next we have our labor welfare, which is apportioned based on number of employees. So you have your total labor welfare amount is 3000, which is apportioned based on number of employees ratio, which is 1000, 750, 750, 250 and 250. Next we have our depreciation. Depreciation is apportioned based on asset value, the value of the asset. So your ratio is 5:3:2:1:1. So 1200. So 6000 can be apportioned on that ratio as 2500, 1500, 1500 and 500. Next you have your expense as repairs and maintenance. Your total amount is what? 1200. So repairs and maintenance 1200, which is apportioned based on asset value, which is given in your question. Again the ratio, on that ratio of apportion you will get 500, 300, 200, 100 and 100. Next we have the general overheads, which you will apportion based on wages paid. So that is nothing but your direct wages. So your ratio is 7:6:5:1:1. So if you apportion the 10,000 rupees based on that ratio, you'll get 3,500, 3,000, 2,500, 500 and 500. And your last expense which is given in your question is rent and rates. What is your total amount? 600. So rent and rates total is 600, which will be a portion based on area occupied or floor space. So the ratio is 8:6:6:2:2. So if you portion in that ratio, you will get 600, 200, 150, 150, 50 and 50. So now if we see, since it is a secondary overhead distribution, we are supposed to apportion the total of the service department expenses to the production department. So if you total up, we'll get the total as 27,400. For department A it is 8,340. For department B it is 6,220. For department C it is 5,100. And for the service department X it is 4,100. And for service department Y it is 3,640. If you see in the question, they have clearly told apportion the expenses of department X in the ratio of 4:3:3 and that of department Y in proportion to direct wages. So now let us, what we will do is the department X, what is your total expenses of department X? 4,100. So this 4,100 will be apportioned to production department, which is A, B and C in the ratio 4:3:3, which they have given in the question. So you apportion this 4,100 in this ratio, you will get 1,640 for department A. For department B it is 1,230 and for department C it is 1,230, and you will minus this from your service department in order to get this as nil figure. And your department Y, which is your service department 3, Y expenses will be apportioned to the production department on the basis of direct wages. So your direct wages ratio is what? 7:6:5. So if you see your direct wages 7:6:5, only the production department ratio you can take it. So on that ratio, if you apportion, you will get the amount to be 1,460, 1,230 and 1,011, and you will minus this from your service department, which is 3,640. Why? Because we are apportioning this amount to the production department, hence it will be minus from your service department. So the total now you will get it as 27,400, which is the total amount. 11,396 for department A, 8,663 for department B, and for department B C it is 7,341. And for your service department it is a nil figure because we have apportioned the service department X and Y to the production departments. So if you see in the previous question, we did a secondary distribution wherein we are portioning only to the production department. Now we will move on to the next methods, which is wherein we are portioning to production as well as service department. So under that we have a first method, which is non-reciprocal distribution, which is also known as step ladder method. This is done when various service departments are not independent in nature. For example, if there are two service departments X and Y, X department provides its services to Y and other production department. In the same way, Y department provides its services to Y department does not provide its services to X department but only to the production department. So in such cases we will basically use non-reciprocal distribution, which is wherein X department provides its services to all the departments including the service department, and the other service department does not provide its services to the X department but provides services only to the production department. This is done when service departments are not independent in nature, whereas they are dependent, whereas Y department is dependent on X department. In such cases, we will use the non-reciprocal basis. So we'll look into our first question under non-reciprocal basis. Calculate the overheads applicable to production department A and B. There are also two service department X and Y. X renders service worth rupees 12,000 to Y and balance to A and B as 3:2, whereas Y renders service to A and B, which is only the production department, as 9:1. So they have given your basis and they have given the expenses. So in such cases, how will basically do the answer is, so we start out with our expenses, which is depreciation. So depreciation will be apportioned based on asset value. So your total depreciation amount is 1,90,000. So based on asset value, so your asset value is 10:5:3:1. So that is your ratio. So based on that ratio, if you apportion, you'll get the amount to be 1,50,000, 30,000 and 10,000. So rent and rates is your second expense. Rent and rates will be apportioned based on floor space, which is 36,000 is your total amount of rent and rates. So which will be apportioned as 15,000, 12,000, 3,000 and 6,000. Then you have your insurance, which is apportioned based on asset value. So your insurance amount is 15,200. So 15,200 will be apportioned based on 10:15:3:1. So which you get 8,000, 4,000, 2,400 and 800. Next we have power. So if you see, next expense is power. So power amount is 20,000, which is apportioned based on horsepower, which is given in your question. If you apportion 20,000 based on horsepower, so your horsepower ratio is 1:5:4. You get it as 10:5:4:1. So based on that ratio, if you apportion, you get 10,000, 5,000, 4,000 and 1,000. Next expense that we have is canteen expenses. So canteen expenses, how much? 10,800. So this 10,800 is a portion based on number of workers in your company, because it is completely related to your employees. So if you apportion that on that basis, you will get 4,800, 2,400, 2,400 and 1,200. Last expense, you have electricity, which is a portion based on light points. So your light points ratio is 5:3:2:2. So 4,800, if you apportion based on that ratio, you get 2,000, 1,200, 800 and 800. So now if you total up, you'll get your total. Now what we are supposed to do is, you're supposed to allocate the service department total expense to the production department. So if you see in the question, what have they given about that? They have told, calculate the overheads applicable to production department A and B. There are also two service department X and Y. X renders service worth 12,000 to Y and balance to A and B. So this service department expense of X, 42,600, will be allocated to department A, B and X and Y. So if you see, X renders to Y how much? 12,000. So you will apportion 12,000 to Y, and the remaining balance you will apportion to department A and B in the ratio of 3:2. So if you apportion based on 3:2, you'll get 18,360 and 12,240, and you will minus the amount from department X, because we are apportioning the department X expenses. Moving on to department Y allocation. So Y renders service to A and B as 9:1. So the department of Y, 31,800, will be apportioned to department A and B in the ratio 9:1. So 28,620 and 3,180. And it will not be apportioned to a department X as given in the question. So your total, you will get it, and the department X and Y, it's a nil figure because you have already apportioned it. Now next, if you see your next question, more than 2 service departments. If you have more than 2 service departments, how will you apportion it? So manufacturing company has 2 production department X and Y, and 3 service department, timekeeping, stores and maintenance. The department summary showed the following expenses for October: production department and service department. And the other information is given as follows: number of employees, number of stores acquisitions and missions. They have given the apportionment. These act as your basis for apportioning your overhead expenses. You are required to make departmental allocation of expenses. So if you see, we have 3 departments given in the question. So your timekeeping department, your stores department and maintenance department. Always when we are starting with the secondary distribution as per the step ladder method, we will start it as overhead as per primary summary. So the overhead as per primary summary is all your expenses of all the departments you will take. So your production department is 16, 10,000, 4,000, 5,000 and 3,000. So respectively you will start with your expenses of all the departments, then we'll move ahead with each departmental expenses. So we have 3 departments, which is timekeeping, stores and maintenance. So your timekeeping, stores and maintenance. So if you see, it is a step ladder method. So if you see, we have to go step by step. So in the step ladder method of overhead distribution, first the overhead of timekeeping department will be considered or will be apportioned because it provides services to all the departments. So if you see, timekeeping department is apportioned based on number of employees. So number of employees. And stores department is apportioned based on number of stores requisition, and maintenance department is apportioned based on missions. So why do we start with timekeeping department is, if you see, timekeeping department will be apportioned based on number of employees, and it has been providing services to all the department, hence that will be considered first. So next, if you see, the number of stores requisition will be apportioned for the stores department, hence it is the second step, which is stores department, which is apportioning to 3 different departments, and last is your maintenance department, which is apportioned only to 2 departments. So step by step we are going. So timekeeping department now based on number of employees. So if you see, timekeeping department, what is your total amount? 4,000 rupees. So minus the 4,000 and you'll apportion based on the ratio provided to the other department, which is 40:30:16:10, which will be brought down, and depending on that, if you apportion, you will get 1,667, 1,250, 667 and 460. Now the timekeeping department expenses is apportioned. So next expense is what? Stores department. Stores department is apportioned based on number of stores acquisition, and is apportioned on D2, X, Y and service department maintenance. So 24:20:6. So 2,724. So basically your stores department expenses 5,667. Your 5,000 plus your apportionment of timekeeping department 667. So your portion 5,667 to 3 departments, which is A, B and maintenance department. You will get 2,720, 2,267 and 680. Now your third, which is maintenance department, will be apportioned based on machines, which is 2,400, 1,600. If you apportion, you will get the ratio to be 24:16, which is 12:8, and if you bring down again, it will be 6:4. So if you apportion based on that ratio, you will get 2,458, 1,638. So which are we apportioning? This 4,906, 4096, which is the total of your maintenance department, which is 3460 and 680. If you apportion the total of this to the first production department to 2458 and 1638, so your total will be 22,845, 15,155. So the other three departments, which is your service department, is a nil figure because we have apportioned it. So moving on to your next method, which is your reciprocal distribution. So under reciprocal distribution, there are two methods, which is simultaneous equation method and repeated distribution method. So under simultaneous equation method, in this method, the algebraic equation given below will be helpful in apportioning of the overheads. So your small x is equal to a plus b and capital Y, and your small y is equal to a plus b capital X. So y is equal to a plus b capital X. So based on this equation itself, we will be solving out under the simultaneous equation method, and the repeated distribution method is your non-reciprocal basis. Moving on to your next question. So the question tells the following particulars were related to a manufacturing company which has three production departments, A, B and C, and two service department, X and Y. So you have the production department given and you have your service department given. Overhead as per your production department is given. So this will be taken as it is. This will be the start of your solution part. So you will start with your overhead as per your primary distribution. Only then we can apportion it on base of secondary distribution. So the company decided to charge this departmental cost on the base of the following percentage. So they have given the percentage of how to charge the service departmental cost to different departments. Find the total overheads of production department by using the two methods, simultaneous equation method and repeated distribution method. So now if we start with the solution, first we'll start out with simultaneous equation method. So let X denote total overheads of service department X, and let Y denote total overheads of service department Y. So as per the equation, we have the equation right under your simultaneous method. X is equal to A plus B of Y. So X is equal to, what is your service departmental cost of X? 4,500. 4,500 plus how much of B it includes, it or Y it includes, X also includes 20% of Y. Therefore plus 20% of Y. This is your total expenses of X service department, and your department Y is equal to 2,000 plus 10% of X. 2,000 plus 10% of X. So if you bring down this, you will get it as 4,500 plus, if you convert the percentage into decimal, you will get 0.2 Y, and Y is equal to 2000 plus 0.1 X. So X and Y you have. So now we will solve out the equation. To solve the equation, rearrange these and multiply it by 10 to eliminate the decimal. In order to eliminate the decimal, let us multiply it by 10. So you will get 10x minus 2y is equal to 45,000 minus x plus 10y is equal to 20,000. So you are just bringing out the variables to your left hand side and your numbers to your right hand side. Again multiplying equation 2 by 10. Why we basically multiplying equation 2 by 10? In order to cancel out the value of x. So minus 10x plus 100y is equal to 2 lakhs. So when we cancel out, 10x and 10x gets cancelled. So you will get 98y is equal to 2 lakh and 45,000. So y is equal to 2,000 500. 2,45,000 divided by 98, you get 2,500. So when you substitute the value of y in any of the equation, if you substitute the value of y in 10x minus 2y is equal to 45,000, 10x is minus 2 into 2,500 is equal to 45,000, 10x minus 5,000 is equal to 45,000, x is equal to 50,000 divided by 10, x is equal to 5. So now we have the value of x and we have the value of y. So now if you implement this with your secondary overhead distribution table, we can finish up under the method of simultaneous equation method. So always we will start with total distribution as per the primary distribution. Total as per primary distribution, we have 16,500 is your total of it. So which is 6,300 plus 7,400 plus 2,800. Only the production department will be considered. Now service department X. So service department X is equal to service department X. So if you see in the question, how much of percentage are we giving it to the service department Y? 10%. So if you minus that 10%, you have 90% of what is this X value? The service department X value 5,000. So 90% of 5,000 will be apportioned, which is 4,500 will be apportioned to A, B and C as 2,000, 1,500 and 1,000. In the same way, service department Y, how much is your percentage that you are giving to X? 20%. So the remaining is 80%. So 80% of what is the value of X, Y? 2,500. So 80% of 2,500 is 2,000. So 750, 750 and 500. It will be apportioned based on their ratio. So on what percentage are we apportioning this is based on this 30, 30, 20. So 30, 30, 20. So 750, 750 and 500. So now if you total up, you will get 23,000, 9,050, 9,650 and 4,300. So your next method and for the same question is under your repeated distribution method. So secondary overhead distribution summary is equal to have the production department and your service department. So you will distribute under your repeated distribution method as you will start with your overhead as per your primary distribution. So if you write down that 6,300, 7,400, 2,800, 4,500 and 2,000. So now what you will do, you will start distributing the service department cost. So this is completely different method. We will not concentrate on all that amount. So if we start with, we'll start with department X, that is your service department X. What is your amount that we have? 4,500. So this will be apportioned to all other departments in the percentage of 40, 30, 20 and 10. So if you apportion that, you will get 1,800, 1,350, 900 and 450. And now we will apportion department Y. So what is your total of department Y? 2,000 plus 450. This 2,450 will be apportioned to different department based on 30, 30, 20 and 20. So 735, 735, 490 and 490. So now again we will start with department X till you get a nil figure. For the service department, you will keep apportioning it. So now we have 490, that will be apportioned based again on apportionment of X, which is 40, 30, 20 and 10, which is 196, 147, 98 and 49. So now you have your department Y. So department Y, how much amount are we apportioning? 49. That is what is the amount that is remain. That we will apportion based on 30, 30, 20 and 20. So you will get your amount to be 15, 15, 10 and 9. So now you have your total. Now we will again apportion the 9 rupees to other 3 departments, which is a production department, living arts Y department, because Y is bringing out nil figures. You will have 4, 3 and 2. So now if you total up, your service departments will have a nil figure and your production department A, B and C will have 9,050, 9,650 and 4,300. So thank you everyone.